What you're about to hear is a real story, but it feels more like a horror movie. In January of 1959, 9 young adventurers set out on what was supposed to be one of the most challenging expeditions of their lives. They were experienced hikers and skiers, confident, trained, and prepared for extreme conditions. Their goal was to cross a dangerous mountain region on skis, following a route that had never been successfully completed before. The journey was expected to take about 16 days. But something happened out there. Something so strange that even today, investigators still debate what really took place. Because all 9 hikers died under mysterious circumstances. The group was led by 23-year-old engineering student Igor Dyatlov. The expedition itself was organized by their university sports club, and the hikers kept detailed journals and cameras to document their adventure. At first, everything seemed normal. Photos recovered later showed the group laughing, hiking, and building campfires. They looked happy, excited, completely unaware of what was coming. But on January 28th, the group moved deeper into the mountains. And after that day, they were never seen alive again. Weeks passed with no contact. Families became worried. Authorities were notified. Eventually, search teams were sent into the wilderness. When rescuers finally located the campsite on February 26th, what they found made no sense. The tent was still standing, partially buried under snow. Inside were the hikers' belongings: boots, clothes, food, equipment, all neatly arranged. But the tent had been cut open from the inside with a knife, as if the hikers had panicked and desperately tried to escape. And then investigators noticed something even more disturbing. Footprints in the snow showed that many of them had fled barefoot or wearing only socks. The temperature outside was far below freezing. No experienced hikers would ever leave shelter like that unless they were absolutely terrified. Following the footprints downhill, rescuers found the first 2 bodies beneath a tall tree near the remains of a small fire. Both victims were nearly naked. One had severe burns on his hands, and investigators discovered flesh in his mouth, believed to be from his own body. The tree branches above were broken several meters high, suggesting someone had climbed up, possibly trying to see something or escape something. Further uphill, 3 more bodies were discovered. They appeared to be attempting to return to the tent, but collapsed before reaching it. But the remaining 4 hikers were still missing. Months later, when the snow began to melt, searchers made another horrifying discovery. The final 4 bodies were found buried under more than 10 feet of snow inside a makeshift shelter they had constructed. Their injuries shocked investigators. One had a crushed skull. 2 others had massive chest fractures, ribs broken inward with incredible force, similar to injuries seen in high-speed car accidents. And 1 woman was missing her eyes, tongue, and part of her lips. Strangely, there were very few external wounds. It was as if something had applied enormous pressure, without leaving visible damage on the outside. Even more mysterious, some of the clothing tested positive for elevated radiation levels. Despite all of this evidence, there were no signs of another person at the scene. No additional footprints, no weapons, no clear explanation. The official Soviet investigation eventually concluded with a vague statement: the hikers died due to an unknown compelling force. Over the years, countless theories have emerged. Some people believe the group accidentally wandered into a secret military weapons test. Others claim strange glowing lights were seen in the sky that night, suggesting experimental aircraft or something even more unknown. There were also rumors of attacks by unknown creatures or supernatural forces. But decades later, modern scientists proposed more logical explanations. One theory suggests a rare type of avalanche known as a delayed slab avalanche. According to this idea, shifting snow may have collapsed onto the tent, causing internal injuries and forcing the hikers to escape immediately into the freezing night. Another theory involves powerful katabatic winds, sudden violent winds that rush down mountain slopes with extreme force. Such winds could have created terrifying conditions, making the hikers believe their tent was about to be destroyed. Both theories could explain the panic. Both could explain why they left. But neither explains everything perfectly. And because no one survived, the complete truth may never be known. 9 trained adventurers, dead under circumstances that still feel more like horror than reality. So the question remains, what would make experienced hikers run barefoot into a frozen wilderness in the middle of the night? And what really happened on that mountain?
Let me know what you think in the comments, because sometimes the most terrifying mysteries are the ones that actually happened.